Well, we line up for two here at Porterfield DeVault Field in Emory, Virginia. It's Carson-Newman for two more against the Emory and Henry Wasps after Carson-Newman run rules Emory and Henry just yesterday by a score of 14-2. That ball game ends in 7 innings. And two more today where Lonzo Ball will get the start for the Emory and Henry Wasps and try and do a little bit better than what Jacob Nestor provided yesterday for E&H. And on the other side, it's Christian Henderson who will get the start here in this Game 2 contest after Ryan Higgins throws a really good 5 innings yesterday and lets his offense go to work. 5 home runs yesterday for the Carson-Newman Eagles, and that was the most in a game since 2014, so a long 12 years since 5 home runs had been hit in a baseball game. This park here in Emory, Virginia, home run hitter friendly, especially out in left field. The wind blows out that way. Not as hard as it was yesterday. It's kind of a subtle wind out there. The American flag isn't standing stout like it was just yesterday. And we're excited to be joining you here on the Eagles Sports Network. Raina DeCrow checking on with you for the action. A 9-inning game up first and then a 7-inning game. And it'll be Colt Evans, Maddox Green, and Logan Floyd to lead off for Carson-Newman here in the top of the first inning. Eagles 12-11 on the season after their win yesterday. And 4-9 now in sack play as they continue to just try and climb the sack standings. Whereas Emory and Henry yesterday with the loss, they fall to 6-16, 3-10 in conference action. And trying to get their third win of the season here at their home ballpark. Lonzo Ball lines up. The lefty faces Colton Evans first, and the first pitch is well outside on Evans, so make it ball 1. Evans was one of 4 home run hitters for Carson-Newman in yesterday's contest. Got his third of the season as he skies this one out towards center field. It's on a rope, but Kotwicki is moving back and gets underneath it. Makes the catch over his right shoulder to put Evans away. Defensive alignment for the Wasps from left to right in the infield. It's Park at third, opposite shortstop. Payton at second base. Kyle Fields will be your first baseman today. And this is Maddox Green to face Lonzo for the first time. First pitch is good on the outer half for strike 1. Lonzo will be doing the pitching, like I just mentioned. Greg Waugh is behind the dish. He caught yesterday, will catch again today. And the next pitch to Green is a fastball that Green takes advantage of. It's lined out to shallow center field, and it's going to drop in left center, and Green is aboard at first. Carson-Newman put their leadoff hitter on base 5 straight innings yesterday. And they don't get Colton Evans on, but they put Maddox Green in position to move some runners. Lonzo will go over to Green at first base before he throws his first pitch to Logan Floyd. Finishing out your defensive alignment for the Wasps, it's Rodriguez in left field, Kotwicki in center, and Stuart Callahan in right field. Here comes the pitch to Logan Floyd, and he fans through it. Yesterday, Jacob Nestor was on the mound to start things off for Emory and Henry. And the Eagles explode in the top of the third. They put up 7 runs and follow that up with 4 in the top of the fourth. Lonzo back to Green again at first, so 2 pickoff attempts there, making sure Maddox Green is being respectful on first base. Logan Floyd has an 0-1 count. There's 1 out on the board after Colton Evans hit a line drive into center that was caught. And ball back to Green again. Logan Floyd, one of your other home run hitters yesterday, he was accountable for 2 of them and 4 RBIs along with it. Here comes the 0-1, and Floyd fouls that one back over the Wasp dugouts to make it 0-2. 6 home runs on the season for the junior, one of the best hitters in Division II baseball. And 5 of those 6 home runs have come in this past week. Has just been a menace at the plate. Here comes the 0-2, and Floyd fouls this one back, same spot. Floyd takes a look back, and here comes the 0-2 for the second time. Nope, instead, Lonzo will go back to Green. Pitch on the way, and it's too low. It gets to the left side of Gregoire, but Maddox Green just a couple steps off the bag. He won't go anywhere. So 1-2 count for Logan Floyd. Floyd, a .434 hitter on the season. And he swings at this one, fouls it up the left field side this time. So pitch number 5 of the at-bat coming up here for Floyd. Game time is started at 12 o'clock. And Carson-Newman has a runner at first base in Maddox Green as Logan Floyd elevates one out towards right. It's curling towards Callahan as he settles underneath it, and Maddox Green will tag up first. There's 2 away for the Wasp defense here. Took Carson-Newman 3 frames in yesterday's game before they broke into the scoring. And the Wasps doing a good job in the early innings, putting the Eagles down. So Logan Floyd will have a seat, and that brings up Bradley Soto-Diaz. Soto-Diaz was also a tough out yesterday for Carson-Newman. He was 2 of 3 in his at-bats. He hit in the cleanup spot yesterday as well. Despite Aiden Gibson calling him a power bat addition to this lineup, he was not one of the home run hitters yesterday, but he swings at this first pitch. It's a hard ground ball to the shortstop, Hoppes, and he bobbles it 2 times and can't make the throw on time to second base where Maddox Green is sliding in. So an error on Jared Hoppes will allow Bradley Soto-Diaz to reach base. And Maddox Green moves over to second, a runner in scoring position for Carson-Newman with Cole Nathan at the plate. Nathan hit higher in the lineup yesterday. He's hitting 5 today, but he hit in the 2 slot yesterday. Was 1 of 5 in that spot with 2 strikeouts. And here comes the first pitch from Lonzo, and it misses low in the dirt. Soto-Diaz at first, Maddox Green at second. There's 2 outs for the Wasp defense, and Cole Nathan tries to get things going for the Eagles early. Next pitch is a breaking ball that comes too far inside. Gregoire can't find it underneath him, but Maddox Green is a little bit wary of that one and respects the arm back behind the dish. So the count will be 2-0. Nathan, a .268 hitter on the season. He's playing second base today where he's played all season. One of Carson-Newman's 2 all-sack selections. Maddox Green takes off. Hit and run from Cole Nathan. It's past a diving Kotwicki in center field. Maddox Green is in to score. Here comes Bradley Soto-Diaz. He's home safe. Cole Nathan trying to make his way around home. And inside the park, home run for Cole Nathan. The energy guy has energized Carson-Newman in the top of the first. They're up 3-0 on Emory and Henry early. And An inside the park home run.
Now batting the third baseman, Aiden Gibson.
For Cole Nathan. Uses all of his speed to touch all 4 bags. A little bit of a scramble in the outfield after Kotwicki dives in shallow left center. Can't reach it. It rolls all the way out to the wall. And Aiden Gibson squares around for the bunt on his first pitch. So 3 RBIs early for Cole Nathan. Oh my goodness. These Eagles are hitting home runs right, left, and center in any way they can. And a conversation will be had with Lonzo out there on the bump before he will return to work on Aiden Gibson. Carson-Newman up 3-0 now after Cole Nathan's inside the park home run. And Aiden Gibson has a 1-0 count. Next pitch is too far outside for ball 2. Gibson takes the next pitch, but it's good on the black of the outside for strike 1. So make it a 2-1 count on the senior Aiden Gibson. Gibson playing third base today. He kind of bounces between shortstop and third, but third his main assignment. And the next pitch is cut on and missed from Gibson. Catches maybe just a piece of his bat to make it 2-2. Gibson fouls this up the left field side. And he will return into the right batter's box with a 2-2 count. Here comes Lonzo, and Gibson fouls this one back over the netting. It'll stay 2-2. Misses low, so make the count full. Gibson did walk yesterday and has been pretty good at being selective at the plate. He is third on this club in walks and was one of the harder outs for the Eagles yesterday as well. He was 2 of 3. Here comes the payoff. It's outside, and Aiden Gibson will take his base. The first freebie given up by Lonzo.
Now then, the shortstop, John Pierce.
Emory and Henry pitching staff, as a staff, currently owns an 11.60 ERA. That's bottom of the sack, and Carson-Newman taking advantage early as John Pierce squares around for the bunt. He pulls back on the off-speed pitch, and that's ball 1. Pierce swings at the next one. It's fouled back. And he'll return to the right batter's box with a 1-1 count. Pierce playing shortstop today. Him and Sebastian Rodriguez have kind of been trading positions there for the better part of March. So Carson-Newman hits 5 home runs yesterday for the first time since 2014, and the next pitch from Lonzo is just a chopped ground ball into the third baseman Park's glove, and he tosses it over. Pierce will be put away
Top of the first, 3 runs on 2 hits,
at
1 error, 1
first.
man left on base.
So the Eagles are up 3-0 after Cole Nathan's inside the park home run, the first inside the park home run since 2014. The Eagles on a historic record-breaking streak right now. And we'll be right back here on the Eagles Sports Network to get first look at the Carson-Newman defense and this Wasp lineup. Stay with us. Well, it's Christian Henderson tasked with starting this ball game here in mid-March. A beautiful sunny day, a little bit warmer potentially than yesterday, but the wind yesterday as well for here in Emory, Virginia was making it feel much colder than it was. Actual temperature was 58 yesterday. Wind was making it feel like 56, gusts up to 37 miles an hour. And here today, a sunny 56 degrees in mid-March in Virginia, and gusts up to 10 miles an hour here. And the first pitch from Christian Henderson to Jarrett Hoppes is a chopped grounder to John Pierce at shortstop, and the throw was a little high to Logan Floyd, but he gloves it down to put the first away. Defensive alignment for Carson-Newman here. In their first look at the Wasp lineup, it's Hayden Gibson at third base, John Pierce at shortstop, Cole Nathan, the All-Sac second baseman, at second, Logan Floyd, the All-Sac first baseman, at first. And the first pitch from Henderson to Rodriguez is a strike on the outer half. Good job by Henderson there on that fastball. Henderson working quick. It's an 0-1 count. The next pitch is on the same spot and good to make it 0-2 quick on Jaden Rodriguez. From left to right in the outfield, it's Maddox Green, Braxton Smith, and Bradley Soto Diaz, and the pitch to Carson Cochran behind the dish from Henderson is a little too far outside that time and makes it a 1-2 count. Rodriguez is the best hitter in this Wasp lineup, and he hits an outstanding .419. This one takes two hops high in the air. Aiden Gibson bobbles it twice off of his glove, and Jaden Rodriguez will reach on an error by Aiden Gibson. Gibson had one yesterday as well, and has kind of struggled in terms of
the first baseman, number 27, Kyle Fields.
Defensive play of late. He's usually someone who's really stout out there at third base. Has been a 4-year starter for the Eagles. All 4 of his years, someone with the most experience on the team, and 2 errors in the series against Emory and Henry. First pitch from Henderson to Kyle Fields, misses too far outside on the first baseman. So Jaden Rodriguez is at first base. One out on the board for the Carson-Newman defense. Hard ground ball that skims to John Pierce. He flips it to Cole Nathan and turns the double play to Logan Floyd in time. And that'll be the inning. So 1, 2, 3. They sit down in unconventional fashion, but nonetheless, Carson-Newman will return to the batter's box with Braxton Smith, Carson Cochran, and Colton Evans. That's 8, 9, and 1 when we come back on the Eagles Sports Network. Back here on the Eagles Sports Network, Brandon Crow checking on with you as Carson-Newman leads the Emory Henry Wasps by a score of 3-0 after a 3-run top of the first, where Cole Nathan hit the Eagles' first inside the park home run since 2014 yesterday against the Wasps. Carson-Newman hit 5 home runs. This is the first time they had done that in a single game since 2014. So something special about that year and 2026. And the Eagles will have Smith, Cochran, and Evans due up here in this top of the second. Drew Lonzo, the pitcher on the mound, is a junior lefty from Indian Trail, North Carolina. He stands at 6'1". And the first pitch to Smith misses outside and high to make it a 1-0 count. Next pitch to Smith, misses outside and low this time. Very close to hitting the zone there, so it's 2-0. Lonzo has made 5 starts this season in 5 appearances. He's credited for a win and 4 losses. And here comes the next pitch to Smith. It's a line drive into center field that Kotwicki gets down to a knee to retrieve, and he does make the catch as he's sinking down. So one away now for ENH's defense. And that brings up Carson Cochran. Cochran doing the catching today. He's split time in the catching position with a couple of other faces on this Eagle roster, including Kevin Hammond as well as Jacob Rogers. And here comes the first pitch from Lonzo. Breaking ball that misses outside. Makes it 1-0. Cochran was 1 of 1 yesterday. Reached base more than once, though, with a walk and was hit by a pitch yesterday as well. And he takes the next one, but it's good on the outer half. The Eagles trying to make Lonzo throw strikes here. So a 1-1 count for the catcher Cochran. Lonzo has thrown 26 innings of work this year, and this pitch misses outside and high to make it 2-1. He's given up 31 hits and make it 33 with Cole Nathan's inside the park home run and a line drive from Maddox Green in the top of the first. And here comes Lonzo with the 2-1. Misses outside again, a good take from Cochran there. Hitters count for the catcher. Trying to put the first runner on here for Carson-Newman in the top of the second. And that one is inside and good. Makes it 3-2. Cochran, a .296 hitter on the season so far. He fouls this one back. Ball in his 3 seasons, or Lonzo, excuse me, with his 3 seasons at Emory and Henry has a 4.71 or a 7.41 ERA. Jeez, I'm struggling with words right now. As Cochran takes the next pitch, it's outside low, and he'll take his base. Second walk given up by by Lonzo. Jeez, I'm thinking Alonzo Ball.
Now batting the designated hitter, Coach
Good
Evans.
basketball player, I guess. So Carson Cochran records a walk for the second straight game, and that brings up Colton Evans. Evans is 0 for 1 today. and 2 of 4 on the series. He squares around the bunt, pulls back, but the pitch is on the mark. So strike 1 on Colton Evans. Evans started in left field yesterday. He is DHing today. A .316 hitter throughout the season. And he faces Lonzo, who has a .762 ERA here in 2026. Lonzo will check Cochran over there at first. And the next pitch to him misses outside and low. Evans, a good take there. That one is too far outside again, so a 2-1 count for the senior. And Lonzo will go back to Cochran at first. Eagles now on a 3-game winning streak after their midweek match with Lee, where they took that victory 6-5, and took a game in the series finale against Catawba. Next pitch to Evans misses outside and low again, so a hitter's count for the senior. So Carson-Newman now 12-11 on the season and 4-9 in sack play. They have struggled in conference, but have had to play 2 top 10 teams, and Evans takes the next pitch. Second straight walk from Lonzo, third of the contest. And that'll send Cochran to second, bring up Maddox Green, the left fielder, who is 1 of 1 today. And with a line drive into left center field. He would eventually come around to score off the Cole Nathan inside the park home run. Cochran about 3 steps off first base. And Evans about 4 as that ball gets in front of Gregoire after Green squared around, but it was a strike and Gregoire recovers to keep runners where they are. Everyone looks to Tom Griffin to take the sign here. Eagles may be trying to execute something here. Lonzo has already thrown 35 pitches here as Carson Cochran takes a hard jog off of second, but will immediately return after that pitch comes into the zone. So a 1-2 count for Maddox Green. Evans now 6 strides off first. Cochran about 4 off second. Lonzo takes a look at Cochran and he'll go to him. Tried to fake him out, but won't get him. A win in the series finale against Catawba. That was a 6-4 win, and then a 6-5 win against Lee. They defeat Emory and Henry yesterday in 7 innings. 14-2 was that decision as Cochran dives in safely to second. Eagles in conference play were swept by number 10, Lenore Rhine, and then avoid the sweep by number 6, Catawba. That ball gets in front of Gregoire. Cochran is in standing up to third as he rounds the bag. Colton Evans will stand safely on second. And now the Eagles have runners threatening. There is just 1 out on the board. It was Braxton Smith who hit a line drive out to center. And Maddox Green has a 2-2 count. Pitch just got away from Lonzo. Whole infield is pinched in. Here comes the 2-2. Green swings and it's fouled back. So it'll stay 2-2. Maddox Green was 1 for 1 yesterday as well. Came in late into the game for Colton Evans. He came into left field. He starts there today. The freshman, a .327 hitter on this season, and has been a familiar character in this Carson-Newman lineup as he skies that one over the Emory and Henry dugout. Keeps it 2-2. Green lines up for the 7th pitch of this at-bat. Two runners on second and third, whole infield pinch, and Lonzo hits Maddox Green as he turns and takes it at his right thigh. And that is the 4th freebie that Lonzo has given up in this game. That loads the bases and brings up Logan Floyd, who hit 2 home runs in yesterday's contest, was credited for 4 RBIs, and is one of the best hitters in the South Atlantic Conference as well as the Southeast Regional. And I think it's safe to say in all of Division II as well, as hitting .434 on the year, slugging above 800. And is reaching base about 53% of the time. Mound meeting over for Emory and Henry as Logan Floyd lines up for the first pitch. Rodriguez is kind of hugging the left field line, and Kotwicki is cheating towards left center as well. First pitch to Logan Floyd is good on the outer half, so strike 1. Floyd is 0 of 1 today. He hit a line drive out to right field in his first at bat, but was 3 of 5 yesterday with 2 home runs. 0-1, and Floyd hits a ground ball that takes 2 hops. It's a tough one into the glove of Hoppes, but he throws it over to Payton, and he makes the toss in time to first base to sit the Eagles down. So the double play keeps things scoreless here in the top of the second, but Carson-Newman still leads 3-0 as we come back here on the Eagles Sports Network with 4, 5, and 6 to up. It's Gregoire, Park, and James when we come back on the Eagles Sports Network. Well, Christian Henderson goes back to work for his 2nd straight inning. The Eagles currently up 3-0 thanks to a Cole Nathan inside the park home run that brought 3 in to score. First inside the parker for Carson-Newman since 2014. And the Wasps, they put 2 on the board yesterday against Carson-Newman. There was Stuart Callahan, who came around to score after a wild pitch, and Callahan was actually responsible for both of the Eagles' runs. He reached on an error and then was brought around thanks to a base hit by Kyle Fields. This is Gregoire, who hits one sharply to Cole Nathan, and he takes a little crow hop before he makes the toss in time. Good contact there by Gregoire. He was 0 of 3 yesterday, but nothing there. So that brings up Drew Park, the 3rd baseman, to get his first look at the sophomore Henderson. Park was 2 of 3 yesterday. did a good job against Ryan Higgins and this Eagles pitching staff. And here comes Henderson with the first offering. It's a breaking ball well outside for ball 1. Callahan, who scored both runs for the Wasps, and the next pitch from Henderson is fouled up the third baseline to make it 1-1 to Park. He is batting in the 7th slot today and playing right field, so we'll get a chance to see him here in this bottom of the second. Carson-Newman leading 3-0 here in Emory, Virginia. And Christian Henderson has been the Game 2 starter that the Eagles have gone to on the weekend series. And here comes another breaking ball that gets away from him. It's way too high and makes it 2-1. Henderson with a fastball, slider, changeup, and two-seamer in his arsenal. He's made 5 starts this season, this being his 6th. And that one is fouled up and out of play up the right side. So it's a 2-2 count to Drew Park. Henderson has thrown 23 2/3 innings. He's given up 25 hits in his appearances this season. And here comes the 2-1, or the 2-2 rather, and it's swung on and missed, so Henderson will pick up his first strikeout on Drew Park.
The designated hitter, number 17, J.D. James.
And that brings up J.D. James, the designated hitter. He's kind of split time with Kyle Fields at first base, and DH's today as Fields plays first. And the first pitch to the lefty is inside and low from Henderson. Henderson in his last start as James waves through that one to make it 1-1. Through 7 innings against Catawba, gave up 5 hits and 3 runs, all of them earned. To go along with 5 strikeouts, he threw 99 pitches in that outing as James, a soft dribbler, to Jono Pierce, and he makes the toss from the sidearm position to sit the Wasps down in order. So Carson-Newman will get back to work on offense, and they have the heart of the order in Bradley Soto Diaz, Cole Nathan, Aiden Gibson due up when we come back on the Eagles Sports Network.
Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
We're back here on the Eagles Sports Network as Carson-Newman leads the Emory and Henry Wasps here in the top of the third by a score of 3-0. 3 runs put up in the top of the third thanks to a Cole Nathan inside the park home run. And the Eagles get back to work on offense. It's Bradley Soto Diaz, the cleanup hitter, to get things going here in the top of the third. Carson-Newman put up 7 in the top of the third in yesterday's game. That was their big explosion with 2 home runs coming off the bats of Logan Floyd and Seth Benner. The first pitch from Lonzo to Soto Diaz misses in the left batter's box and makes it a 1-0 count. Soto Diaz was 2 of 3 yesterday. And he takes the next pitch that's high and outside for ball 2. But he's what Aiden Gibson calls, kind of a power bat. Braxton Smith said the same thing about him, was very confident in the power that he brings to the lineup, and he has been so good for Carson-Newman. Second in hits on the team this season. And the next pitch to Soto Diaz is another ball outside and low. So it's 3-0 to the senior. Coming out of Davenport, Florida, a transfer over from William Penn. So a new addition to Carson-Newman's lineup. And that next pitch is on the outer half. Good fastball there. Three-one count, and Soto Diaz waves through the next pitch to make it full after he was ahead 3-0. So a good job by Lonzo to get back into this count. Here comes the payoff, and Soto Diaz pulls it. It's flying over the left field fence, but it is well foul, so it'll stay 3-2. Soto Diaz, as good as he's been this season, second in hits for the Eagles, was 1 of 14 last week, had his lone hit in Game 2 against Catawba. Here comes another payoff that hits Soto Diaz in the left calf, and he will take his base, the second hit batter from Lonzo, who's thrown 2 innings, has walked 3 batters, hit 2 now with pitches, and was credited for a wild pitch that allowed runners to move around in the last inning. Brings up Cole Nathan. Nathan obviously 1 for 1 today after his inside the park home run. And here's the first pitch in his second at bat. Good fastball on the outer half. Nathan was 1 for 5 yesterday, did strike out 2 times in that game. And his second home run this week after he jacked the go-ahead shot in Game 3 against Catawba that allowed Carson-Newman to take the win in that ball game. One of the guys that provides a lot of energy for Carson-Newman as Lonzo goes back to Bradley Soto Diaz at first base for a second time. And Cole Nathan will step back in. He has an 0-1 count to face the lefty Lonzo. Soto Diaz takes off. Nathan elevates one out towards center field, and that's going to be caught by Kotwicki on the run moving backwards. Soto Diaz, who had taken off, he was already standing on second, had to jog himself all the way back to first base, and that's one away for Emory and Henry's defense. And that brings up Aiden Gibson, the third baseman, who reached on a walk in his first at bat. Had fallen behind in that count and then worked it back to take a free base. He was eventually stranded in the top of the first. First pitch to him as he tries to lay down a bunt, and it's fouled off. Bradley Soto Diaz is on first base. He leads the Eagles in stolen bases. And Aiden Gibson, the senior captain, won't see the pitch yet as Lonzo goes back to Soto Diaz at first. Gibson, a .232 hitter this season, but has been steadily improving throughout the year. Had his best week of the year last week, was 6 of 14. And here comes the next pitch. It's a soft little line drive that gets into the glove of Payton, but a good job by Bradley Soto Diaz to be heads up. He tags up. The throw is over the head of Fields at first, and Soto Diaz takes off. He's safe at second thanks to the throwing error from Payton, who's the starter for the Wasps at second.
Now back to shortstop, John O. Pierce.
Peyton making his 4th start here for the Wasps in 2026. Will be credited for the error there as Bradley Soto Diaz moves into scoring position. And Jono Pierce will step in for his 2nd at bat. He is 0 of 1 today. Hit a ground ball to third base in his 1st at bat that ended the inning in the top of the 1st. The first pitch to him misses well outside. There's 2 outs away for Emory and Henry's defense. And Lonzo goes over to Bradley Soto Diaz at second base, as Soto Diaz was kind of dancing off the bag, trying to see what he would do. Pierce takes a swing. It's elevated high into the sun here at Porterfield Duval, and Callahan waves off his second baseman Peyton to make the catch, and that'll be the inning. So after the 3-run top of the 1st, Carson-Newman has gone scoreless in the top of the 2nd and the 3rd, and will bring up Emory and Henry's bottom of the order. It's Callahan, Kotwicki, and Payton when we come back on the Eagles Sports Network. Well, Christian Henderson goes back to the mound for inning number 3. Henderson's longest start was 7 full innings, most recently against Catawba in Game 2. His shortest inning of the season was against Lincoln Memorial on the 14th of February, and a ground ball to Jono Pierce by Stuart Callahan is the first out here in the bottom of the 3rd. A first pitch ground ball right to Jono Pierce.
40, Jace Kotwicki.
And that brings up Jace Kotwicki, making just his 2nd start for the Wasps this season. This is his first look at Henderson. Sophomore's been efficient. It's a ground ball that takes 3 hops to Cole Nathan. A sidearm toss to Logan Floyd is in time for the 2nd out of the inning. Henderson working really quick with a fast pace, and he's already retired 2 here in the bottom of the 3rd.
Ryan Payton
Brings up Ryan Payton, who's making his 4th start in this contest. A couple of the usual characters for Emory and Henry subbed out of the lineup. Characters like Jake Ferguson, and the first pitch from Henderson to Payton is taken, and it is a strike on the outer half. Good job, good location by Henderson there. And this one is a hard line drive out to center field. Braxton Smith was cheating in shallow center, and he makes the catch in shallow left center to put away the side. So 1, 2, 3 inning and 3 straight innings for Carson-Newman's pitching staff, I should say Christian Henderson, and defense. And we'll return here with the top of the 4th when we come back on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's. 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition to the single school on the banks of Massachusetts. While we remember the past, we look toward the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Hands up. Join the Eagle Club today. Visit seeaneagles.com/Eagle Club.
Drew Lonzo returns to the mound here on the top of the fourth, and Carson-Newman is up by a score of 3-0. 3 runs that were put up in the top of the third inning, where Cole Nathan hit an inside the park home run that brought Maddox Green, Bradley Soto Diaz, and himself around to score. The Eagles have already left 4 runners on base, and that's something they've kind of struggled with, is hitting with runners in scoring position and just leaving runners on base. Part of the reason why Lenore Rhines swept them back in the late goings of February. But they've been better here in the latter half of March. 3 wins in a row now. They win the series finale against Catawba. They take a midweek contest against Lee. That snapped a 7-game losing streak to Lee, and took the game yesterday against E&H. And the first pitch from Lonzo to Braxton Smith is laid down. It's a bunt up the third base side. Braxton Smith wheeling to the bag, and he's in time. Braxton Smith, a leadoff bunt to get him on board. And that brings up Carson Cochran to the plate. Cochran was 1 for 1 yesterday, a perfectly executed hit and run that was in between first and second base, and he goes to lay down the bunt as well. This time it's up the first base side in between the pitcher and first base, and the throw will be made on time by Lonzo. But Braxton Smith is on second base, so a well-executed sacrifice bunt there by Carson Cochran to move the runner along. There is 1 out away, and that brings up Colton Evans. Evans is 0-1 today as Smith takes a hard stride off of second, and Evans takes the pitch for ball 1. Evans did walk in his last at bat, and he was eventually stranded on second base, and Lonzo will go over to Braxton Smith at second. Smith, arguably the fastest man on this roster, has 3 stolen bases this season and is on base 42% of the time. Smith jukes out Lonzo. He steps off the mound, and it's still a 1-0 count to Colton Evans. Evans squares around for the bunt. This pitch too far outside as Evans pulls back successfully. Evans has been a good bat for Carson-Newman this season. This is his 3rd year in the program with Carson-Newman, and he was one of the home run hitters yesterday for the Eagles. This a line drive out to center field. It's going to get down in front of Kotwicki, who has to take a hop in the air to get it off the bounce. Braxton Smith is in sliding to home plate, and Colton Evans is in standing up to second as Hoppes takes a hard one-hopper into his glove. A good job to glove it down. And Colton Evans with a well-placed line drive that uses the speed of Braxton Smith to make it a 4-0 ball game here in the top of the 4th. And Colton Evans now 3 of 5 in this series against Emory and Henry. That brings up Maddox Green, the freshman. Curious to see if they rule that a double or will be a single for Colton Evans as he takes a couple hard strides off second. Maddox Green lays the bunt down on the first pitch, and Lonzo makes the toss to first in time, and Colton Evans is standing safe and sound on third. So another runner in prime scoring position for Carson-Newman.
Now batting first baseman Logan Floyd.
Brings up Logan Floyd, who grounded into a double play in his last at bat. And if you know anything about Logan Floyd, you know that he doesn't like to make mistakes too often in the batter's box. Gonna go ahead and take a guess he's gonna be hard pressed to get a hit here and bring a runner in to score. First pitch is an off speed that's too low on Floyd. Floyd is 3 of 7 in this series, 0 for 2 today. Fly ball into right field, and then that double play in the top of the second as Floyd hits one up the left field line. It just bananas into foul territory and makes it a 1-1 count. Colton Evans is on third base. There is 2 outs on the board. Floyd leads this team in extra base hits. He's got 17 this season, and 5 of them have been home runs. The next pitch misses low from Lonzo. Makes it 2-1. He is this team's leader in hits. He has 36 on the season. And here comes the 2-1 from Lonzo. Kicks and fires. It's outside and high. Aiden Gibson said Logan Floyd is one of the best hitters he's played the game with, and it certainly rang true this year. He was a first-team All-SAC selection last season after he exploded his sophomore year, and now here in his junior season doing more of the same. This one on a rope, out to right center, and Callahan, a beautiful grab as he's running, hits the wall and maintains possession to put the inning away. A hard-hit ball by Logan Floyd that Callahan robs him there of a hit, and a good job by the right fielder to get there in time and be on his horse. So Carson-Newman scores 1 in the top of the 4th. It is a 4-0 ball game, and Emory and Henry will return in the bottom of the 4th with the top of the order. It's Hoppes, Rodriguez, and Fields when we come back on the Eagles Sports Network. Christian Henderson has sat down all 3 batters in a row in the past 3 innings, and he looks to do it here in the bottom of the 4th, where Carson-Newman leads the Wasps by a score of 4-0. Cole Nathan led the scoring off really with a 3-run inside the park home run, and then Braxton Smith came around to score after he reached on a bunt just in the last inning. First pitch to Jared Hoppes, he squares around for the bunt. Pulls back, but it is a strike. So 0-1 count to Hoppes. He is 0-1 today. Hit a ground ball in the first inning to John O'Pierce at shortstop that put him away. And the next pitch misses just a bit outside to make it 1-1. Hoppes, a .239 hitter on the season. He was 0-4 yesterday, and he takes the next pitch high at his eyes for ball 2. But he has been the leadoff man for Emory and Henry this season, was named a 2026 SAC player to watch, and has taken up the leadoff spot in this lineup. as he elevates one out towards right field. Bradley Soto Diaz with long strides, but he settles underneath and makes the catch. So one away for Carson-Newman's defense, and that brings up Jaden Rodriguez, the left fielder. He reached on an error in his last at-bat and was eventually sat down thanks to a 6-4-3 double play. And the first pitch from Rodriguez is a strike on the outer half. Rodriguez swings from the left side, so that pitch coming on the left part of the plate. And here comes Henderson with the 0-1. It's an off-speed that takes one hop into the glove of Logan Floyd. He jogs over to the bag, puts a toe on it, and that's out number 2 of the inning. Second unassisted play for Logan Floyd in this series. And Kyle Fields, the first baseman, will try and get the first hit on the board for Emory and Henry here as he digs in from the right side. Fields was 1 of 4 yesterday, was hit by a pitch to reach for a second time. And Henderson goes to the breaking ball. That's good on the upper half for strike 1. Oh, 1 on the way from Henderson. It misses too far outside and low. Henderson, a .310 hitter this season. Or Fields, rather. And the 1-1 is fouled back as Fields kind of falls off balance and makes it 1-2. Fields has been kind of the RBI guy this season for Emory and Henry. He is the champion on this team in RBIs currently with 26. And he takes the next pitch, a ball outside and low to make it 2-2. He's got no runners on base right now and 2 outs on the board. There's 2s across the board for that matter. Carson-Newman still leading 4-0. And Henderson waves off the sign, takes the next one. He likes it. Kicks and fires the 2-2, and it's right up the middle. That's going to get down. A base hit in front of Braxton Smith, and Kyle Fields has the first hit of the ball game for Emory and Henry. He is safely on first base, and that brings up Kai Gregoire. Well hit ball into center field there for Kyle Fields. And Gregoire, the catcher, who has one of the better batting averages on this team, a .393 hitter this season, takes the first pitch from Henderson. Misses the zone, so ball 1, but Gregoire struggled yesterday. He was 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. He has been the home run hitting machine, though, for Emory and Henry. This just a ground ball into the glove of Cole Nathan. And another sidearm toss to Floyd in time. So one extra batter to retire the side, but nonetheless, Emory and Henry still scoreless as we move into the top of the 5th. Carson-Newman leads 4-0 here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Your food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. In the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials, to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
Well, after the 3-run top of the first, Lonzo has done a great job of keeping things manageable here for his offense. It is a 4-0 ball game. Carson-Newman leads the Wasps currently. And Alonzo returns for his 5th inning of work here at Porterfield DeVault Stadium. Alonzo has had 6 starts now this season and has gone as long as 8 innings. He went 8 innings in a 2-1 loss to Newberry on February 28th, where he threw
Leading off for the Eagles, the right fielder, Bradley Sutter.
for 6 hits, 2 runs, both of them were earned, and registered a .88 whip in that game, so 5 strikeouts for the junior. Was throwing well in that game. Carson-Newman challenging him here in this one. It's Bradley Soto Diaz first up here in the top of the 5th, and he squares around for the bunt. It's too far outside, though, as he pulls back and makes it ball 1. Soto Diaz is 0 for 1 today. He reached on an error in his first at-bat and was hit by a pitch in his second at-bat. Eventually came around to second after a throwing error from the second baseman, Payton. And he takes the next pitch, another ball too far outside and low. Soto Diaz, the new addition to Carson-Newman's lineup, but he's been a mainstay thus far this season. He came over from William Penn, where he had quite the season with them. He transferred to William Penn from Cayuga Community College as Soto Diaz watches the next pitch come in inside, and it is a called strike, so it's a 2-1 count. At William Penn, he led the team in batting average. He hits a hard ground ball over to Park, who gets it off of his shoulder. He bobbled it, but he makes the throw to Fields in time. So Bradley Soto Diaz retired for the first time today.
Now batting second
And that
baseman,
brings up Cole
Nathan.
Nathan, the man responsible for the majority of Carson-Newman's runs in this ballgame. He has 3 RBIs and is 1 for 2 today. His inside the park home run in the top of the 1st. Nathan otherwise is 2 of 7 in this series. He did strike out twice in game 1. In his last at bat, he hit a line drive to center that was caught by Kotwicki. He swings at the first pitch. It's fouled away. So it's an 0-1 count to Cole Nathan. Nathan was an all-sack second baseman last year after he did a great job at the plate for Carson-Newman. He was second on this team in hits and RBIs only to Logan Floyd. The next pitch from Alonzo is an off-speed that misses outside and low. So make it a 1-1 count. Nathan, the son of MLB pitcher Joe Nathan, and taking a lot of tips and advice from his dad. And Nathan takes the next pitch for ball 2. Nathan, a native of Knoxville, Tennessee. He stands at 6 foot tall in the right batter's box, and the next pitch from Lonzo is fouled up the third baseline. So it's a 2-2 count for the second baseman. Has been really, really stout defensively and just a reliable defensive piece for Carson-Newman at second base. Made just 10 errors last season at second base and made his first defensive error of the year yesterday. And he takes the next pitch outside and low, an off speed that misses the zone for ball 3. So a full count here to Cole Nathan. Was a .339 hitter last season, and he swings at this pitch. It's a line drive out to left field that Rodriguez scurries to get in front of, and he's there for the catch. So that's out number 2 here in the top of the 5th. A line drive from Cole Nathan will bring up Aiden Gibson, the third baseman, who is 0 for 1 in this game. He reached base in the top of the 1st thanks to a walk and hit a line drive
Now batting third baseman,
to Payton at second in his last at bat. Gibson takes a swing at the first offering. It's fouled off. What's funny about the senior is he's got a whole range of different hobbies. He's a golfer as well as a disc golfer. And the L1 is swung on and skied into right field where Callahan jogs in to meet it and makes the catch for the final out of the top of the fifth. Emory and Henry still looking for their first run of the ball game. They're down 4-0 against Carson-Newman. And it'll be Drew Park, JD James, and Stuart Callahan to see if they can break open the scoring for Emory and Henry when we come back on the Eagle Sports Network.
Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition to this little school on the banks of Mountain Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through financial facilities. Highlands Eye. Join the Eagle Club today. Visit seeaneagles.com/Eagle Club.
In the top of the fourth, Christian Henderson gave up his first hit of the ball game, but eventually sat down Kai Gregoire to put the inning away. And now he'll face Drew Park, JD James, and Stuart Callahan, three hitters that were tougher outs for Emory and Henry yesterday. And he'll face them for the second time in this ball game. Drew Park was 2 for 3 yesterday, and the third baseman stands in after a strikeout earlier on in this contest to face Henderson for the second time. It's a soft line drive that gets over the head of Cole Nathan, a base hit that rolls into the glove of Bradley Soto Diaz in right field. And the second hit surrendered by Christian Henderson in this ball game. And Drew Park has been really, really solid in this series for Emory and Henry. He is 3 of 5 over the innings played against Carson-Newman. And that brings up JD James, who takes the first pitch inside. He dodges out of the way, but it is a strike. James, a .241 hitter this season. And the junior swings at the next pitch. It takes 2 hops into the glove of Cole Nathan. A toss to second is in time to John O. Pierce, and the throw to Logan Floyd is not. They get the leadoff runner, though. And that brings up Stuart Callahan.
The right fielder, number 6, Stuart Callahan.
Callahan was 0 for 2 yesterday, but reached every time he came up to the plate, whether it be on error or fielder's choice. And the first pitch from Henderson is a good breaking ball that hits the zone on the lower half to make it an 0-1 count. Henderson comes together, and the next pitch to Callahan is fouled back to make it 0-2. Runner at first base is JD James, and there was one out on the board for Carson-Newman's defense. JD James has a team-leading 6 stolen bases as he shuffles off first, and the pitch from Henderson to Callahan is a strike, his second strikeout of the day, and he gets Callahan watching.
Center fielder, number 40, Jace Kotwicki.
And Jace Kotwicki, the center fielder, will face Henderson for the second time now. There's 2 outs on the board for Carson-Newman. First pitch from Henderson misses, touch outside on the lefty Kotwicki. Making his second start today, but has played in a couple games for Emory and Henry. Next pitch from Henderson misses in the same spot outside. Despite just making 2 starts. This is his 3rd start this season. He's played in 7 games for the Wasps. Freshman is 5'8" in that left batter's box, coming out of Harrisburg, North Carolina. As Henderson tosses over to James at first base. He did play this past week against Ferrum and UVA Wise. JD James takes off. Carson Cochran guns him down. Did they get the tag? Yes, they did. Carson Cochran has a cannon behind the plate. And he's caught his team leading 8th runner stealing that 2nd in the South Atlantic Conference. And gets JD James there at 2nd to sit the Wasps down. That's going to cut Jace Kotwicki's at bat short. And Emory and Henry still scoreless through 5 frames here. Carson-Newman leads by a score to 4-0. And we'll be right back here on the Eagles Sports Network. Well, Carson Cochran with a hard throw behind the dish to catch JD James stealing. And that brings up the Carson-Newman bottom of the order. John O'Pierce, Braxton Smith, and Carson Cochran here in the top of the 6th. The Eagles lead by a score of 4-0. And they put up 3 in the top of the 1st and 1 in the top of the 4th that have given them the lead. And John O'Pierce takes the first pitch that is in the dirt from Lonzo, who's back for inning number 6 of work. Mentioned the longest that Lonzo has gone was 8 innings. The shortest that he's gone was 3 2/3. That was against Tusculum in a 20-8 loss on March 7th. The next pitch to John O'Pierce misses outside, so make it 2-0 to the shortstop. And that loss to Tusculum was Lonzo's last appearance. So looking to bounce back today after that game. Gave up 8 runs in that game as John O'Pierce perfectly placed grounder in the 5-6 gap. And the shortstop will be on board at first. And that'll bring up Braxton Smith after John O'Pierce leads off with a single there. Smith is 1 of 2 today. He reached base last time around thanks to a bunt and then would eventually come around to score. That was the lone run put up in the top of the 4th for Carson-Newman. He squares around to bunt here again, pulls back because he's almost hit by the pitch from Lonzo. So it'll be 1-0. Smith is 3 of 5 in this series. He was one of the home run hitters yesterday. Got his 2nd career home run in an Eagles uniform. And the sophomore has had to step into a big position in the outfield with the graduation of a couple of Carson-Newman's more veteran players. But he's taken the mantle of the center fielder well as he swings at the next pitch and it's fouled off. Spencer Williams and Trey Miller both graduate. And they were responsible for half of Carson-Newman's stolen bases in 2025. So Smith has had to come in not just to provide leadership in the outfield, but also speed on the bases. He has certainly done that. 3 stolen bases this season. That's 3rd on the team. And Lonzo goes back to John O'Pierce at first. Smith still has a 1-1 count. Smith having a good series considering he was 1 for 10 last week, but he elevates this one out towards center. It's curling towards left center, and it's going to get off the glove of Kotwicki as he tried to pinch it right at the tail end. And Braxton Smith, who is 21st in the South Atlantic Conference in doubles, has his 6th double of the season to move John O'Pierce over to third base. And another extra base hit for the sophomore,
Catcher, Carson-Cochran.
who extends his on-base streak to 10. Brings up Carson-Cochran, the catcher. He's kind of been asked to be the sacrifice bunt guy at the bottom of this lineup. Whole infield is pinched. Cochran squares around for the bunt, pulls back. The pitch is off the mark. So ball 1. One 0 count to Cochran. Infield still crashed, and he stands in for the next pitch. It is a strike on the outer half. Last season as a freshman for the Eagles, he played in 13 games. Didn't play last season due to injury, and he watches the next pitch go by. It's high at his letters for ball 2. Has been picking up offensively, though. Hitting .296 and has had 5 hits in the last week. And he's going to get another just there as he grounds one into center field. That's going to bring 2 runners in to score, so he'll pick up 2 RBIs with that base hit. And Carson-Cochran stands at first with a 2 RBI single that gets into center. And looks like Trey McCall is going to go out and have a conversation with Ball. That's going to be the end of his day. So we'll be right back here on the Eagles Sports Network to tell you who the new arm is. Stay with us.
Your food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. In the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials, to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
So Drew Alonso's day is done, and it'll be Hunter Word to take over duties on the mound for the Emory and Henry Wasps. Alonso goes 5 innings on 7 hits, 6 runs. 3 of them were earned. And he walks 3 batters. He gives up a double and an inside-the-park home run. Not necessarily his fault there. And he also hits 2 batters with a pitch and a wild pitch to go along with it. That'll bring up Hunter Word, though. And Word, the sophomore, he throws from the right side, so a different look here for the Wasps in the top of the 6th. Carson-Newman is now up 6-0 thanks to a 2 RBI single from Carson-Cochran that brought John O'Pierce and Braxton Smith in to score. And Carson-Cochran continues to have just what has been a great week for the sophomore catcher. The catchers on Tom Griffin's squad have kind of had a hard time hitting this season, and finally Carson-Cochran seeming to pick up some momentum here as we hit the midway point of March. As we tell you a little bit about Hunter Word, he's played in 7 games this season so far. and has
Now
made
batting for
2
the Eagles,
starts,
designated
one
hitter Colton Evans.
against King on February 10th and one against Ferrum on March 10th. That was his latest appearance. He went 2 2/3, gave up 7 hits and 5 runs. All of them were earned, and had just 1 strikeout to go along with a walk in that game. He'll face Colton Evans, the leadoff hitter in the Eagles lineup, first and foremost. He kicks and fires the first pitch as Evans squares around for the bunt, and he misses the zone for ball 1. Carson Cochran is still on first base. There are no outs on the board for Emory and Henry's defense. This season, in his 7 appearances, he's thrown 15 total innings. And he's given up 26 hits in those 15 innings to go along with 18 runs, 16 of which were earned. And here he comes with the 1-0. It's a bunt straight into the first baseman's glove in Fields. And he got him at first, and then Fields with a good heads-up play to try and get Cochran, who had overran second. He dives back just in time, but that's the first out of the inning, as Colton Evans lays down a successful sac bunt
Now batting the left fielder Maddox Green.
to move Cochran into scoring position, and now Maddox Green will have an opportunity here. Green is 1 for 1 today, was hit by a pitch, and then in his last at-bat laid down a sacrifice bunt as well. He was 1 for 1 yesterday with an RBI. He came in late into the game for Colton Evans. And Carson Cochran takes off. Nope, he's going to jog back. He was about halfway between second and third, and Green pulls back on an inside pitch from Word. That is a called strike to make it a 1. Next pitch is a fastball on the outer half that Green watches go by. .81 miles an hour from Hunter Word there on that last pitch. It's an 0-2 count to Maddox Green. And here comes Word. Cochran a couple strides off of second. A great diving grab from Kyle Fields as he flashes the leather. Carson Cochran is into second, diving in. A missed throw from Fields to Hoppes at second, who was covering the bag, and oh my goodness, what a catch from Kyle Fields. A heads-up play over there by the first baseman to put out number 2 on the board. Oh man. Emory and Henry needed some defensive action, and they got it there out of their first baseman. Well done by Kyle Fields, just supermaning through the air. And the junior showing up big to put 2 outs on the board. Now Logan Floyd will step up and face Word for the first time, and the first pitch is a strike on the outer half to Floyd. Floyd is 0 for 3 today. Has hit 2 fly balls out towards right field and then grounded into a double play in his second at bat. That was in the top of the second. Here comes Word, and he's going to hit Logan Floyd on the right shoulder. First time Logan Floyd has been on base in this game. And the first batter, first freebie that Hunter Word has given up after he came in here in the top of the 6th. Brings up Bradley Soto Diaz. It is a 6-0 ball game right now here in Emory, Virginia, and Hunter Word throws the first pitch to Bradley Soto Diaz. That's a bleeding ground ball to the first baseman Fields. He's made 2 outs this inning now as he tosses it to his pitcher in Word at first, and that'll be the inning. So Carson-Newman adds 2 here in the top of the 6th. They lead 6-0 as we move into the bottom of the 6th to see if Emory and Henry can break open their bats. We'll be right back here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition to this little school on the banks of Marshall Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Times up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit seeaneagles.com/Eagle Club. Leading off for Emory and Henry, the center fielder, number 40, Jace Kotwicki.
Jace Kotwicki leads things off here in the bottom of the sixth. Christian Henderson fires the first pitch to him. This is inside and low. Good pitch by Henderson, and the Eagles dugout thought it was as well. And here comes the next one. 2 inside on the lefty Kotwicki, so it's 2-0 quick. And Christian Henderson has been really, really good in this contest. 39 total pitches coming in to this bottom of the sixth, and he's kept things scoreless here. Has surrendered just 2 hits in this ball game. The next pitch misses outside for ball 3. Henderson kicks and fires the 3-0, finally manages to find the zone, makes it 3-1. So a hitter's count for Jace Kotwicki, who was 0 for 1 today, has just got one look at Christian Henderson. That was in the bottom of the third, where he grounded out to Cole Nathan at second base. This one, a blooping line drive that's going to land in fair territory. Maddox Green gets it off the one hop and tosses it in, but Kotwicki with a bloop single there into right. And that's the third hit of the ball game for Emory and Henry as they try to string a couple together to put their first run on the board. Brings up Ryan Payton. He is 0 for 1 today. A line drive that was caught in left center by Braxton Smith. First pitch is a good strike outside on the outer half. And here comes the 0-1. Jace Kotwicki at first base. There's no outs on the board. This one, a hard ground ball to Cole Nathan. It takes a hard hop. It's over to John O. Pearson time, and Logan Floyd catches it for the second double play of the ball game. 4-6-3 for Carson-Newman. That puts 2 away here in the bottom of the sixth and brings up the top of the order, Jarrett Hoppes.
The shortstop, number 1, Jarrett Hoppes.
Hoppes is 0 for 2 today, 0 for 6 in this series. He takes the first pitch, a strike. He struck out twice yesterday, and in his last at bat, when he faced Henderson for the second time, flew out to right field. And he's on track to do the very same thing as Logan Floyd. Catches a high one in foul territory. And that'll be the inning. So Christian Henderson gets him down in order. He's thrown 6 scoreless, just 3 hits given up. And Carson-Newman will try and add on to their lead. They're currently up 6-0 on Emory and Henry. And we'll be right back here on the Eagles Sports Network.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Twilight is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at twilight.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Well, Emory and Henry is scoreless here through 6 innings as Hunter Word, who came in the top of the 6th, will look to continue his good start to his relief appearance here, where it took him 4 batters after he came in the top of the 6th, but he eventually sat them down. Carson-Newman added to their lead in the top of the 6th when Drew Lonzo gave up a couple of base hits in a row that let Jono Pearson, Braxton Smith come around to score. And Carson-Newman currently leads by a score of 6-0 as Cole Nathan, the home run hitter in this ball game inside the park, will step in. He is 1 of 3 today, and he gets this one off the inside of his bat. It bleeds into the glove of Kyle Fields at first, who makes a good play to get Nathan at first. Just a little dribbler of a ground ball off the inside of Cole Nathan's bat. And those can kind of sometimes be tricky for defenses to handle, but good communication there by the Wasps. Puts their first out on the board, and now Aiden Gibson, the third baseman who is searching for his first hit today, will dig in from the right side. Word's first pitch is a good one on the inside corner. Gibson is 2 for 4 in this series. He has drawn 2 walks throughout this conference 3-game set, and he takes the next pitch, a ball that is almost in the dirt. And now Gibson will take the 1-1. It is a strike that Kai Gregoire brings up just a little bit to make it 1-2. And Gibson hits this one. It takes 3 hops into the glove of Hopez, and he makes the throw in time to put out number 2 on the board. Lots going on in Carson-Newman land today. Carson-Newman swimming is at the Division II Swimming and Diving National Championships today. Beach volleyball is hosting Lynchburg. And Carson-Newman baseball playing Emory and Henry. Carson-Newman softball at Lincoln Memorial today as Jono Pierce hits a hard line drive up the middle, and he's going to be on base. His second hit of the ball game. A first pitch swing and line drive, his second hit in as many innings. And a good hard hit ball up the middle by Jono.
Center fielder, Braxton Smith.
Brings up Braxton Smith, the center fielder. He also had a double, or hit safely in his last at bat. He had a double out to right center that got over the glove of Kotwicki, who was on the run to try and get it, as Word tries to pick off Jono Pierce at first base. Pierce is in standing up, or diving in head first. And Pierce takes off. Gregoire tries to get him. He does not, and Pierce slides in safely to notch a stolen base here in the top of the 7th. So Braxton Smith will work now with a runner in scoring position. Here comes Word to Smith, and Smith turns to avoid being hit by the ball. One is swung on and fouled back, so make it 1-2 for Smith. Smith having a good series as well. He is now 4 of 6 with a home run in yesterday's contest, second of his career for the sophomore. And he'll wait for the 1-2 as Word takes his time. Gregoire hops to the outer part of the plate on the righty. And now almost a no-look pitch to Gregoire that misses outside, but a great location by Hunter Word to try and get Smith to chase. He doesn't fall for it. Next pitch misses low, so full count for Braxton Smith. Carson-Newman softball playing a doubleheader today. Carson-Newman baseball doing the very same. And then Carson-Newman women's basketball faces number 15 Lincoln Memorial at the NCAA Southeast Regional later today as Smith waves through one. And that'll be strikeout number 1 for Hunter Word to end the inning. So Carson-Newman, a scoreless frame in the top of the 7th. And Emory and Henry trying to break open their own scoring here in the bottom of the 7th when we come back. It is Rodriguez, Fields, and Gregoire due up. Stay with us on the Eagles Sports Network.
Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
Carson-Newman leads this ball game 6-0 over Emory and Henry, and Jaden Rodriguez looks to flip the script here in the bottom of the 7th. Breaking ball from Henderson gets away from him and misses, so ball 1 to Rodriguez. Rodriguez is 0 for 2 today, did reach on an error in his first at-bat, and then grounded out to Logan Floyd last time around. This is his third look at Henderson. The next pitch from him is a good pitch on the lower outer corner. I mentioned there was a lot going on in Carson-Newman land today, but I neglected a couple sports as Henderson kicks and fires the 1-1. It's good inside for strike 2, so make it 1-2. Carson-Newman track and field is at the NCAA Indoor Championships. They race at 4:15 and 5 o'clock as Rodriguez fouls this one up the left field line to keep the count 1-2. Carson-Newman swimming and diving is at the National Championships in Evansville, Indiana. And here comes Henderson on the 1-2. Got him looking. Breaking ball from Christian Henderson. Hits the mark, says the home plate umpire.
Now that Henry, the first baseman.
And that is strikeout number 3 on the day for Henderson. As Jaden Rodriguez turns to the umpire and says, "Really?" Henderson will throw the first pitch to Kyle Fields, and it is a strike. Good pitch there by Henderson. He has worked incredibly efficiently in this ball game. Has thrown just 53 total pitches, and he hits the zone again to make it 0-2 to Kyle Fields. Fields is responsible for one of 3 hits that the Wasps have put up in this ball game. And he skies this one out towards right field. Bradley Soto Diaz is reading it, and he's catching it. That'll put 2 away. And bring up Kai Gregoire, who is grounded out to second base in both of his at-bats. And This is third try. He was 0 for 3 yesterday, now 0 for 5 in this series. And typically a .393 hitter, so he watches the first pitch go by, and it's a good take. That one misses too far inside on the lefty. Pitch from Henderson misses high this time. And it's 2-0. Beach volleyball hosts Lynchburg and Liberty at home as Gregoire elevates one out towards right field. Soto Diaz nearly trips and falls, but he makes the catch off balance nonetheless. Good job by Bradley Soto Diaz there. This field here at Porterfield DeVault, all dirt, all grass, and he nearly slips. We've seen some snow and some rain here in the southern United States, so maybe just a little bit of moisture remaining out there, but nonetheless, Carson-Newman gets out at the bottom of the 7th scoreless, and Christian Henderson sits him down in order for the 6th time in this ballgame. We'll be right back here on the Eagles Sports Network.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles! How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people act a little wacky there. Communities open you up. They let you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Well, Carson-Newman will bring up Carson Cochran, Colton Evans, and Maddox Green here as we move into the top of the 8th. The Eagles lead the Wasps 6-0. 3 runs in the top of the 1st, a Cole Nathan inside the park home run. A run in the top of the 4th for Carson-Newman when Braxton Smith reached on a bunt and was brought around from a base hit from Colton Evans and another bunt from Maddox Green. And then 2 runs in the top of the 6th that have made it a 6-0 ball game. And Carson Cochran, who is 1 for 1 today, looking to keep himself perfect throughout this series. And he takes the first pitch for ball 1. Cochran is 2 for 2 in this series, has walked twice, was hit by a pitch and laid down a sac bunt earlier on in the contest. Hit a ground ball out to center field in his last at bat, and he hits another one. This one chopping up the middle. It's going to get in to center field as it was moving just fast enough to be out of the reach of Jarrett Hoppes at shortstop. And Carson Cochran is a perfect 3 for 3 against Emory and Henry this weekend.
Now batting the designated hitter,
Colton Evans, the designated hitter, will come up to the plate and take the sign from Coach Griffin before he steps into the box on the right side. He faces Hunter Word now for the 2nd time. Now make it the 1st time. He squares around for the bunt. And it was a good pitch from Word, so make it strike 1. Evans is 1 for 2 today. Line drive out to center field. His hit in the top of the 4th moved Braxton Smith along, who would eventually come in to score. And he turns towards the press box to avoid a pitch from Word, and it makes it a 1-1 count. Carson-Newman softball is currently up 1-0 on Lincoln Memorial in the bottom of the 4th inning. Eagles are ranked number 19 in the nation. And Carson-Newman women's basketball will play at 7:30 this evening in Harrogate against Lincoln Memorial at the NCAA Southeast Regional, playing for a chance at a regional title. And Evans is nicked by a pitch from Word, so he'll take off towards first base. Carson Cochran will make his way to second, and that is the second hit batter from Hunter Word. Word hit Logan Floyd in his first inning of work, and now Maddox Green steps in. Green is 1 for 2 today, a line drive into left center, his lone hit in the top of the first. And his last at bat hit a line drive to Kyle Fields, which was a really, really good defensive play by the first baseman. And he squares around for the bunt on the first pitch. It's fouled off, so it's an 0-1 count. All the runners return to where they are. Eagles trying to extend their lead here. They're up 6-0, and they've got Carson Cochran in scoring position. There are no outs. Word takes the sign, comes together, and here comes the 0-1. Nope, it'll go over to Carson Cochran at second. Green, a .327 hitter this season, but he reaches base 48% of the time. For a good portion of the season, has led this squad in walks and has also been hit by pitches multiple different times this season. And he squares around for the bunt again. It hits him as he's running out of the batter's box. And he will be out. He was fully out of the box there. So 1 away now for Emory and Henry as Maddox Green lays down what would have been probably a really good bunt that Kai Gregoire would have had to take care of, but it hits Maddox Green on his way to first base, and that brings up Logan Floyd. Floyd is still searching for his first hit of the day after his 2-home run day yesterday. First pitch is a strike to Floyd. The junior has been so good this season, as we've talked about, hitting above 400, and he takes the next pitch for ball 1. Was 5 of 15 last week against Catawba and Lee in the midweek match. And Tom Griffin saying that midweek match was just so important for the guys' confidence moving into this series. Carson-Newman has already played 2 top 10 teams in conference action. And Floyd skies this out to left center. Kotwicki and Rodriguez are both moving into it. It's Rodriguez to make the catch. Carson Cochran thought about third, but it's a great throw from Rodriguez to the third baseman Park, and everyone will stay where they are. So 2 outs away. Runners at first and second still for Carson-Newman. And that brings up Bradley Soto-Diaz, who also is yet to have a hit. Just 3 batters in this lineup for the Eagles have yet to record a hit in this ball game, and it comes from Logan Floyd, usually one of the best hitters in this lineup, and Bradley Soto-Diaz, the cleanup hitter. He searches for his first here in this at-bat against Word. First pitch to him is a good strike outside low corner. This is Soto-Diaz's second look at Word. 3 at-bats against Drew Lonzo, who started this ball game, and now his second look at Word. He got his first look in the top of the 6th, where he hit a ground ball to third base, and he swings through the next pitch to make it 0-2. Word looking for his second strikeout of the day, and he's going to get it. Bradley Soto-Diaz goes down swinging. And the second scoreless frame in a row for the Emory and Henry defense as Hunter Word comes up big here in the last two. Christian Henderson back to work here in the bottom of the 8th, and we'll be right back here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Your food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. In the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials, to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
Well, Emory and Henry was riding high coming into this series against Carson-Newman. They had just snapped a 7-game losing streak, defeating UVA Wise earlier on in a midweek contest. They take down the Cavaliers 6-5, where E&H scores 5 unanswered. In the 8th inning, they were trailing 5-1. It is the bottom of the 8th. The first pitch to Drew Park missed outside from Henderson, and now Park fouls one back to make it an even 1-1. Thanks to that win, Emory and Henry is 6-16 on the series, on the year rather. And the next pitch from Henderson misses low and away for ball 2. Quality starts from Carson-Newman's pitching staff throughout this ball game. Next pitch from Henderson is an off-speed that lands and makes it an even 2-2. Really good quality performances against number 3 Catawba last week as Park dodges out of the way of a high fastball at the eyes of Park, and it's a 3-2 count. Park is 1 for 2 today. Line drive into right field in his last at bat, and he swings through that pitch. Count it for strikeout number 4 for Christian Henderson.
Now batting for Emory and Henry, the designated hitter, number 17, J.D.
Second swinging, and that brings up J.D. James, who is 0 for 2 today. Reached on a fielder's choice in his last at bat and then was caught stealing by Carson Cochran behind the plate. James lifts one out towards shallow center field, and Braxton Smith moves underneath it and cradles it for out number 2. Stuart Callahan now
Number 6, Stuart.
will try and break into a really good start by Christian Henderson. Henderson has surrendered just 3 hits, and Callahan is 0 for 2 today. A strikeout looking in his last at bat. Good pitch there to Callahan on the outer half. Makes it 0-1 early. Next pitch from Henderson, same spot. Makes it 0-2. Henderson, 1 pitch away from strikeout number 5. And he gets him. The second looking strikeout from Stuart Callahan, and Christian Henderson with fire in the hand as he gives his catcher some love walking into the dugout. Carson-Newman leads 6-0 here as we move into the top of the 9th. See if Christian Henderson maybe goes the distance in this ball game. We'll be right back here on the Eagles Sports Network.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Twilight is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to
Well, Hunter Word is back to work here in the top of the ninth. Carson-Newman has kept Emory and Henry scoreless here through 8 frames.
Leading off for the Eagles, the second baseman, Cole Nathan.
And Cole Nathan will get things going here in the top of the ninth. Christian Henderson has been outstanding for Carson-Newman. And his offense trying to do equally as good of work for him. They brought around 6 runs to score. Cole Nathan responsible for 3 of them, and he takes the first pitch for ball 1. Nathan is 1 of 4 today. Hit a ground ball to third base in his last at bat, or first base rather, in his last at bat. And Nathan watches the next pitch come in at his shoulders inside for ball 2. Word fires to Nathan. This one is traveling back. Oh my goodness, Cole Nathan. 2 home runs, 1 inside the park, and 1 on a rope out to center field. His 3rd home run this week, and the junior has made it a 7-run ball game here from Emory, Virginia. Only wish that we had a TrackMan here so we could see the exit velo on that one. That was straight over the center field wall here at Porterfield DeVault. Makes it 7-0. Carson-Newman with the lead gives Cole Nathan his 4th RBI of the day. Logan Floyd had 4 yesterday, so Nathan has matched him here in this ball game. And that's going to bring in a pinch hitter for Carson-Newman. It's Sean Stripmatter who will come in for Aiden Gibson. And Stripmatter is immediately hit by a pitch from Word, so he'll take his base. That's the 3rd hit batter from Hunter Word, 3rd freebie he's given up. So no walks for the sophomore pitcher. And that'll bring up John O. Pierce, the shortstop. And it looks like we're going to get a pitching substitution here for Emory and Henry in the top of the 9th. And we'll be right back here on the Eagles Sports Network to find out who it is.
Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount for their student ID. Lisa's Country Kitchen at around 92 at Old Andrew Johnson Highway. Their best food for the best price. Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrade. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
New pitcher on the bump for Emory and Henry is Garrett Arner. He is 5'11", throws from the right side, and a junior out of Waxhaw, North Carolina. Same town as Maddox Green on the Eagles side of the field. Arner has made 5 appearances this season, and his most recent appearance was against UVA Wise earlier on in the week, where he goes for 2 innings and gives up just 1 hit. So a good relief appearance there for Arner. He has thrown 5 1/3 innings throughout the season for Emory and Henry, transferred over from Everett University. Has surrendered 5 hits in those 5 innings and 3 runs, 3 of them earned. So a 5 ERA, and he steps in to face the pinch hitter for Carson-Newman, Tanner Kilgore, who comes in to hit for John O. Pierce. Kilgore digs in from the right side, and he was generally the DH option for Carson-Newman throughout the early part of the season. He takes the first pitch from Arner, a strike. Pierce had played well up to this point before he would pinch hit for. He was 3 of 4 today. Make that 2 of 4. And Kilgore lofts this one up the first base side. It's in foul territory. Fields is tracking it down and makes the catch at hip height. That'll sit Kilgore down and count for the first out of the inning. Cole Nathan, earlier on here in this top of the ninth, hit a missile of a home run over the center field wall, his second home run of the ball game, and made it a 7-0 ball game. Braxton Smith now will face Arner for the first time. The first pitch misses too far outside. Smith takes the next pitch. It is good this time for strike 1. Cole Nathan has hit 2 home runs in this ball game and has now hit a total of 7 in his career. Had the go-ahead shot against Catawba in Game 3 of the series as Braxton Smith places one in the 5-6 gap. And Stripmatter, who had overrun second base, slipped up, had to dive back in to get there in time. The throw from Rodriguez was coming in hot. But Braxton Smith records his 3rd hit of the day. And brings the Eagles' 11th hit to the board. And now Carson Cochran, who is 2 for 2 today, has runners at first and second. Ground ball between first base and second base. That'll get through into the outfield. Sean Stripmatter making his way home. Nearly trips up again before he touches the plate. But now Braxton Smith is on third base, and Carson Cochran with 3 RBIs today. He has been really, really good in the month of March and is a perfect 4 of 4 in this series. So Carson-Newman continuing to make offensive substitutions. Ian Hubbard will come in and pinch hit for Colton Evans, the designated hitter. Cochran hit a very similar ground ball in yesterday's contest. That was his lone hit, a perfectly executed hit and run that would move Aiden Gibson, or excuse me, moved Colton Evans around. Hubbard swung at the first pitch, and it was fouled away. So an 0-1 count for Ian Hubbard in his first at-bat here. He did have an at-bat yesterday as well. And he takes the next pitch that misses outside. Hubbard swings from the left side. He did strike out yesterday. In his one at-bat. It is a 1-1 count for Ian Hubbard. He's got runners at the corners, and he swings through an off-speed pitch. He was way too early on that one. and makes it 1-2. Braxton Smith is at third base. Carson Cochran is at first. And here comes the 1-2. It's off the chest plate of Gregoire, but he keeps it in front of him. And it'll be 2-2 for Ian Hubbard. Hubbard, the transfer over from Radford, fouls this next one back to keep it 2-2. The sophomore stands at 5'11", and saw his first career hit with Carson-Newman come in the series finale against Cedarville in the early goings of February. He's hitting .211 this season, has 1 RBI, and he watches the next pitch outside and high to make the count full. There is 1 out on the board and runners on the corners. And Hubbard lofts this one. It's high, but in the infield still. Park is underneath it, catches away, and that'll be out number 2 of the inning. Brings up what would have been Maddox Green, instead what will be Trace Alexander. Alexander pinch hitting, and Tom Griffin getting some of his hitters some more experience here. With a healthy lead in the top of the 9th, the Eagles start off this ball game with 3 runs in the top of the 1st. They put 1 up in the top of the 4th and have put 2 up in both the 6th and the 9th now. It's an 8-0 ball game, and here comes Arner to Alexander. The first pitch is on the mark for strike 1. Next pitch from Arner is skied over the Emory and Henry dugout, so it's an 0-2 count to Alexander. Alexander did hit yesterday too, just 1 at bat. He grounded out to third base. He came in to hit for Seth Benner, who jacked a 3-run shot in that ball game. And Alexander watches the next pitch go by for ball 1. It was outside and high, and a good job by Alexander to lay off of that one. This one is right up the middle. It's going to go down, a base hit. Braxton Smith is in to score. And Trace Alexander collects an RBI in this contest as Carson-Newman now ahead 9-0. There is 2 outs on the board for Emory and Henry's defense, and Logan Floyd, who has been rendered hitless in this ball game, looks to collect his first. Kylan Hornbuckle will come in and pinch hit for Trace Alexander. Or pinch run, rather. Getting the seniors some time on the bases. And Carson Cochran is at second. Kylan Hornbuckle now at first. And here's Logan Floyd looking for his first pitch against Garrett Arner. Check swing. Did he go around? Doesn't look like it.
Pinch running for Carson-Newman, number 9, Kylan Hornbuckle.
So ball 1 for Logan Floyd. In his last at bat, he hit a fly ball out to left field that was caught by Rodriguez. He's got runners at first and second. 2 outs to work with, and he lines this one out to deep center field. It's off the wall, and Logan Floyd, with a 9th inning double, will bring 2 in to score. Kylan Hornbuckle is in home, sliding in with 1 hand. And the Eagles with a 5-run top of the 9th to make this an 11-0 ball game as Carson Cochran comes in to score. Kylan Hornbuckle slides in, and Logan Floyd with his 18th extra base hit of the season. Before this game, before this weekend, really, he was 27th in Division II in doubles. He now has 10 on the season, so he just continues to better his stats. And Bradley Soto Diaz watches the first pitch from Arner go by. Hard hit ball from Logan Floyd all the way out to the center field wall. Kotwicki was chasing it down, just couldn't get there in time. And Soto Diaz tries it one, but it's fouled back. So make it a 1-1 count for the senior Soto Diaz. He's got Logan Floyd at second base, trying to work his way around to score. Logan Floyd with 6 RBIs throughout the weekend thus far. And next pitch to Soto Diaz misses outside and low to make the count 2-1. Next pitch misses again, so hitters count for Soto Diaz. It's 3-1. Eagles have put up double-digit runs in 7 games now this season and make it 8 with the 11 they've tallied here in this ball game. Soto Diaz on the hitters count, swings through one. Man, that was a big, big swing from the senior. And works the count full. And Emory and Henry now has allowed opponents to score double-digit runs in 14 of their 23 games. Soto Diaz, a hard ground ball to the shortstop. Hop is that he gets off his shoulder, but he can't handle it in time as it falls to the dirt. He's on 2 knees to try and retrieve it. And Soto Diaz moves along Logan Floyd. See what our official statisticians say on that one. And now Cole Nathan, who led off this inning with a deep shot to center field, will stand in for the second time here in the top of the 9th. First pitch from Arner, misses outside, so ball 1. Nathan is 2 for 5 today. 2 home runs, his 2 hits. 1-0 is a hard ground ball that's going to get past Jared Hoppes at shortstop. Logan Floyd leisurely ambles home. And Cole Nathan will have his 5th RBI of the ball game. Bradley Soto Diaz holds up at second. And Cole Nathan now 3 for 6 here in this contest. Sean Stripmatter will step in for the second time in this inning. He was hit by a pitch in his first at-bat and looked pretty disappointed by it. Wanted to maybe stand in there and add to this Eagles' contagious hitting. Tom Griffin yesterday had talked about how Logan Floyd had kind of been the fire starter for Carson-Newman, and the contagious hitting had caught on, and it seems to have caught on here in this ball game as well. As Stripmatter watches the next pitch go by, and it is a strike this time. So a 1-1 count to Stripmatter. There's 2 outs on the board, and Stripmatter, a line drive over the jumping Hoppes. It's going to go down a base hit. Bradley Soto Diaz is held up at third base. And Cole Nathan moves to second. Stripmatter, after his single, is on first. Base is loaded now for Tanner Kilgore. 6 runs from the Eagles here in the top of the 9th. They lead 12-0. 15 hits on the board for Carson-Newman. Offense continuing to fire. Kilgore swings. It's fouled up the third baseline. They're going to call that Bradley Soto Diaz ground ball an error on Jared Hoppes. So Kilgore swings at that next one. And it's 0-2. 7 hits for Carson-Newman here in the top of the 9th. And Kilgore fouls another one back. Kilgore is a .286 hitter this season. Had been the designated hitter a lot for Carson-Newman throughout the year. And then Tom Griffin going to a couple other options in his lineup. But now gets to stand in here in this top of the 9th and add to the Eagles' lead. They're up 12-0, and this is a hard ground ball up the middle. It's fielded by the second baseman Payton, who gets strip matter out at second, and that'll be the inning. So Carson-Newman tacks on 6 in the top of the 9th, and Christian Henderson, who's been waiting for a while, will look to finish out this ball game when we come back here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase or pick up or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition to the school and the banks of Carson. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through financial facilities. Parents act. Join the Eagle Club today. Visit seedeagles.com/Eagle Club.
Well, the Eagles have collected 15 or more hits in back-to-back games now. They collect 16 yesterday against Emory and Henry in the 14-2 run rule and have collected 15 here in this ball game. They currently lead 12-0, and Christian Henderson, who has thrown 8 scoreless, lines up for his 9th inning of work, looking to close out what would be a complete game.
Number 40, J. Scott Wicki.
And J. Scott Wicki will be the first contender as he swings at the first pitch, and it's out towards center field. Braxton Smith, a couple of shuffles, and he makes the catch for out number 1. Henderson, the longest he's gone this season was 8 innings. He did that, or make that 7 innings rather. He did that against Catawba just one appearance ago. 7 innings, 5 hits. He's given up just 3 in this game. And the first pitch to Ryan Payton is a ball that misses low and outside. Threw 99 pitches in that outing against Catawba, and he fires at Payton. This one fouled right to Trey McCall at third base.
Shortstop Sebastian Rodriguez. Now playing third base, Sean Strittmeyer. Now playing first base, Matthew Bishop. Now playing left field, Kyle Morkover.
Defensive changes all over the place for Carson-Newman. 1-1 count, and Payton holds off to make it 2-1. Payton is 0 for 2 today. Grounded into a double play in his last at-bat. And the next pitch from Henderson misses low for ball 3. Henderson has thrown just 70 total pitches as he works in to the bottom of the 9th, and the next pitch from him is a good breaking ball that makes the count full. Henderson with 5 strikeouts throughout the game. Like I said, just 3 hits. And looking to make it a complete game shutout as he gets a strikeout there on Payton. Strikeout number 6 of the ball game. And just one more out for Christian Henderson would be his 2nd career complete game. His only other career complete game was against Emory and Henry last season. And the first pitch to Jarrett Hoppes misses outside. Hoppes is 0 for 3 today. Flew out to Logan Floyd at first base in his last at-bat. First base now occupied by Matt Bishop. And that pitch inside, not in the zone though. And makes it 2-0. Henderson has 2 losses throughout the year. 1 to Lincoln Memorial, 1 to Lenore Rhine. And that one too far inside again on Hoppes. So 3 balls, no strikes on the shortstop. Emory and Henry has only been shut out 1 time this season. They have shut another team out 1 time. And the next pitch from Henderson finally hits outside corner. So this would be just the 2nd shutout that this Emory and Henry offense has suffered. And here comes Henderson. This one, hard line drive up the left field line, but out of play. Makes the count full again. 2nd full count for Christian Henderson in as many batters. And he looks to get the final out of this ball game to get Carson-Newman their 4th win in a row. Here's the payoff. Got him looking. Christian Henderson with 7 strikeouts for his 2nd career complete game and his 1st complete game shutout, the 1st for the Eagles since Braden Coe did it on April 22nd of 2022. And this Eagles pitching staff, especially the starters, has been firing. Colton Kaysen, Ryan Higgins, Christian Henderson combined to allow just 1 run to score in the first 5 innings of the games last weekend, and Henderson and Higgins so far have given up just 2 runs between the 2 of them. Henderson, none. Higgins, just 2. And both of them were unearned. So good job by this Eagles pitching staff. Henderson goes 9 full innings. He collects 7 strikeouts along the way in 76 total pitches. Just 3 hits that he surrendered. Such a good job by the sophomore right-hander. And Carson-Newman will line up for one final game against Emory and Henry. They win this ball game 12-0, and Colton Kaysen will be on the mound for the 7-inning game against the Wasps as Emory and Henry falls to 6-17. Carson-Newman improves to 13-11, 5-9 in sack play. And I'll be right back here with you on the Eagles Sports Network for the 2nd game of this doubleheader. We appreciate you listening, and we'll be right back here on the Eagles Sports Network.